Okay, time for a new video. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. This is yet another Eurovision 2025 related video here on my channel, and another sort of reaction video as well, because right now I'm about to listen to snippets of all of the songs in contention for Iceland, with regards to the upcoming edition of the ESC, which as we all know will take place this May in Basel, Switzerland. As always, you're welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below. And as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. This is not, strictly speaking, a first-time reaction because I did just film this video, but it really didn't turn out very well at all. So I'm doing it again. Consider this a second-time reaction to these Icelandic snippets. I have some information in front of me to make sure I don't forget anything too important. Songvakeppnin 2025 will once again consist of two semi-finals and a grand final, February the 8th, 15th and 22nd. There has been a slight change to the format. Now, each semi-final will again have 5 songs each in them, but 3 will progress from those shows, rather than 2 from each show, and then a wild card picked from either the first or second semi-final. This means in the final there will be 6 qualifiers, and again, in the semi-finals you have to sing your song in Icelandic, but in the final you have to perform your track as you would if you were going to Eurovision. So that could be in Icelandic or English, or indeed in another language, I suppose, if you fancied. For the first time since 2012, there will be no super final. I'm not a huge fan of super finals anyway, so I do sort of welcome this move. And of course, there was controversy last time out with Ashar and Hera Björk, so I'm not surprised that this has been scrapped. Instead, public votes and 7 international jury votes will determine the winner. 110 entries were received by the broadcaster by the end of the submission period, which was in the middle of last October, and those tracks were judged by the contest's advisory selection committee, which mainly consisted of music professionals and individuals at the broadcaster. They've all now been revealed. Some people have already ranked them, which is very fast indeed. And as I just said, I have sort of already heard these. So, let's check out Monsieur Eurovisia recaps with this recap of Songvakeppnin 2025. Of course, Iceland debuted in the mid to late 80s with Icy. I think it was 1986. They've never won. They finished second in 1999 with Selma and All Out of Luck, and then second again in Moscow 2009 with Is It True by Johanna. What a brilliant ballad that was. Over the past 10 years, we've had Unbroken, which didn't qualify in Vienna, bit of a shame. Hear Them Calling didn't qualify in Stockholm. That was a massive shock at the time. Perhaps one of the very finest non-qualifiers we've ever had. Paper in 2017. I don't remember anybody really getting very excited about that one. It didn't qualify. In 2018, Ari Olafsson finished last in semi-final 1 in Lisbon and got nothing from the public. It was a bit of a schmaltzy ballad, in all honesty. We had Hattari with Hatrith Munsigra, that did very well in Tel Aviv. This very arresting and striking and somewhat aggressive style of song and performance. That finished in the top 10 that year. Then we had Dadi and Gagda Magnith, and they might have won the contest in Rotterdam had the pandemic not come along and ruined things with Think About Things. And then a year later, there they were with 10 years, but didn't actually perform live in the final because some members of the group came down with COVID, but they finished in the top 5 nevertheless. Then we had Sister in Turin, and that was a bit of a surprise qualifier. This low-key, folksy tune, really lovely, but did struggle for support in the end. In Liverpool, we had Diljau with Power, and that was great, but she didn't qualify from the second semi-final. And then last time out, we had the returning Hera Björk with Scared of Heights, and nobody thought that song was going to do that well, in all honesty, and so it came to pass. She was last in the first semi-final. What are Iceland bringing to the table this time around? Well, let's go through the lineup. This is on the Eurovision website. In the first semi-final, we have Virgo with Jeg Flyggi Stormin, or Storm Chaser, August with Eins og Þú, or Like You, Stebby Jack with Frelsith Mit or Set Me Free. Bia with Norderljos or Northern Lights. And Vibe, who are back with Roa. In the second semi-final, we have Bjarni Arason with Althins Lengur. Doesn't seem to be an English translation with that one. Dagur Sig with Flugdrekar or Carousel. Tina with Thrau or Words. We have Barra Katrin with Risamuk or Rise Above. And Juliogdissa with Eldur, which means fire. And remember, 3 songs from both shows go through. Let's check them out. And yes, we're okay over here. Let me know your thoughts. What I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner of the video you're watching, but that's the way it usually is. And chances are you'll have seen this video by now anyway. Iceland, one of my favourite countries at Eurovision, haven't qualified for a while. Let's see if they can turn it around in 2025. Here we go. Yeah, this song here, Roa. Um, yeah, I think this is absolutely the one to beat. I really do. It feels very lively, energetic, a good time. It's definitely standing out based on the very short snippets I heard before filming this video you're watching now. Yeah, that's the standout track, I would say. It feels very familiar though. Um, yeah. Who performed? I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm an Albatross. Some of you will remember that song. That's what this reminds me of, ever so slightly. I don't know why, but it does. Very electro. Yeah. Tina. Yeah. I can appreciate this. It has a slight country tinge to it. It's very light. It's not doing anything daring or risky at all. Yuli and Disa. Yeah, this chorus isn't bad at all. There is a bit of rap in this, though. Eldur. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Flugdrekar by Dagur Sig. Yeah, big old power ballad, really. It's really not too bad, but I wouldn't say it's competitive. Next is Virgo. I should say this is the first time I'm watching this video, so I'm hearing slightly different snippets this time around. That's not bad. Next up is August. Okay, yeah. 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 It's a bit of a sing-along, slightly summery sounding number. It's all right. Northern Lights. Yeah. I feel like it's really going to build to hopefully a very satisfying finale. Not bad. Barra Kristin, beautiful woman, with Risamu. Quite easygoing. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's really easy to go along with. And then we have the slightly rocky number here, Frelsith Mut. This might do really well. Nothing else like it. Uh, uh. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure how to feel about that one. I do appreciate a good rock song. And then we have Bjarni, and this is old school. A lot of people will appreciate this. It's really not that bad, but again, you've got to think long term. At Eurovision, I'm not sure this would make any sort of statement at all. But it's not bad, is it? It's really not that bad. Okay. So let me just take a look here. Do we have the... No, we don't. I'm going to have to look on here. So three go through. In semi-final one, unless Iceland decide to do whatever the hell they like, I expect it's going to be Birgo, Bia, and Vibe. I think the rock song might miss out actually, and I'm not sure about August, but I've no idea. Then again, I feel as though some female-driven, perfectly nice tracks in Songvakeppnin over the years have been somewhat blanked. So maybe that'll happen again. And then in semi-final two, Tina, Juliodisa, and then I really don't know. Maybe Dagursig? Maybe. That song there, Rise Above. Oh yeah, that sounded not too bad at all. I would say overall, this national final is not blowing me away whatsoever, but the songs aren't bad. I just don't know if there's anything here, thinking well ahead to Eurovision, I'm just not sure if there's anything here that's going to get people truly pumped up. Surely, Vibe, which hopefully I'm pronouncing somewhat accurately, I would assume they are the very clear favourites here. But who knows? Who knows? Let me take a look at the comments. Tina Vibe. Birgo, Birgo, Birgo. Yeah, okay. Birgo, Vibe, Tina. Yeah, okay. It's the same few names. Another very weak selection. Mid selection. Everything sounds bland to me. Well, I have to say, I'm not massively impressed by what we've had in national finals so far. There's a few gems, but overall, I think the quality has been somewhat lackluster, which makes me think the internal selections will pull through again. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Let me know your thoughts on what Iceland are bringing to the table, and I'll be back with more Eurovision related content very soon. Of course, next week, the focus will be shifting to Ireland a little bit. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.